Hey everyone. All right. So finally we're here. Thank you guys so much for waiting. I know a lot of you guys are joining us online. We want to say hi to everybody. Hi guys. Vishnu, you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi, Can family. Hope everyone is doing good. All set for the Friday weekend now.
We can
Thank you
now.
for joining. Thank you.
All right. We have a couple of people joining us. We have Steven, we have Shivani, Saurabh, Amanda, Gotham. Hey guys, how are you? Thank you so much
Hi.
for joining in for our Can Immigration Weekly Live. Usually we have it on Saturdays, but today we on special requests and considering people's availability and everything, we thought we'll come on a Friday, which is pretty late for Vishnu. You can actually see. What
Uh,
I don't even want to ask what time is it. I know it's somewhere around like 3 o'clock at night, but yeah. Anyways,
3
for the
o'clock.
people,
It's not night, but it's early morning, and
early
I'm
morning.
under the weather. I'm just under the weather. Plus, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, live from India at this point.
Yeah. All right. So Vishnu, today's I think a lot of people have questions with CEC. I think the last time we went live, everyone's questions was about CEC, and we were not able to
Yes.
answer those questions. And we felt we were honestly when we see those comments, we want to give the answers, but because of time limitations, we were not able to give the answers. So that was the only concern. So, but now we have a special live just dedicated for Express Entry and CEC. So guys, if you have any questions, put it in the comments. If you have like a special name or like a handle, make sure you put your name first and then the question. We want to address you with your actual name itself. And yeah, you can put in
Let's
your
start
question.
with
Let's start
let's
with
start with little bit of the workout
what.
warm up session, please. Uh,
do you
I'm sleepy, man. Trust me, I'm sleepy at this
do
point.
you want to start with six
Okay.
push-ups, two pull-ups?
Already did, man. Already did now. Okay, so guys, so if you are the person who is watching us, kindly put your name and the location from where you are watching us so
Mhm.
that we know technical issues are not there. You can able to hear my voice clearly. And let's start. So Eben, what's the what's
What's
the main questions you are receiving
immigration factor
nowadays?
today? What's happening, Vishnu? All good. It's just so many things are happening with Express Entry. I know a lot of people are like concerned about like not concerned. Actually, they're happy because there's like more draws happening in with CEC like compared to
True
last couple
draws.
of months. Yeah, the last month there
Happiness.
the last month or so there were like two draws in Express Entry.
Yeah.
That was a huge like a breakthrough, I would say, for a lot of people, like breaking the like the expectations and everything. So I'm glad that is there. So yeah, anyways, we'll go to the questions one by one.
But let me
um
add one thing
sure,
before
go
you
for it.
start the question. Let me add a little bit of a background about the express entry entire thing. In express entry, it's very normal thing. What happened, what we seen recently, the same thing happened in January. If someone remembering that, it started from 400 and like 540 80, like 540 48 range, three draws consecutively bi-weekly basis, score came to 521. The same thing happened now, the three consecutive draw from May onwards, which pulled up like now the CRS point to 521. So always whenever the express entry happens, it includes various stream. It's CEC, then there it comes about the category base, then it comes a general draw, then it's the PNP draw. This year we have noticed that it's more about the French PNP.
Mhm.
CEC is also good because now there's like if you are looking into overall picture, there's six draw happened for the CEC, but we should consider that year started just in the month of May when the CEC was started, and now by July we are hoping that now the score will dip below 521. Yes, you guys has to wait to see that if it reached to 500. Let's go into the question, but just one question which I'm not like getting lot from last few days appointment is what about the human capital priority stream? Please note, this year, like any other draw, it's very dry. Human capital stream draw is not happen, skill draw not happen, the trade draw under the category base not happen. This is all going to be happening. So if you are the one who is already in that stream, anyhow, you just need to create a profile and be in the pool. So have a patience, don't do anything, but at least have that profile active and try to score the maximum you can in the meantime, so that whenever the draw comes, you should be the one who will be receiving the invitation.
Hmm. Okay. Do you think we should like like I think if we're gonna have these consecutive draws, have like two draws a month, do you think the scores can go below 400, 500?
Definitely. This is it's a proven fact. So for example, if you are noticing 2022, if you are noticing about 2021, you remember that during the TR to PR,
Hmm.
same thing was happened. That CEC draw, but there was a huge draws happening for CEC, like 4,000 bi-weekly basis. The score literally dipped around 360, 380 range at
Hmm.
that point. But even if you're noticing in 2023, the score dipped to 481. So this is all happening, just this all happened just because of that there was consecutive draws. And from 2024, if we notice that somewhere we lost that periodic or discipline in that CEC draws,
Yeah.
and that's why the draw starts somewhere in May, and it started to go around 507 in 2020, like 2024, and
Hmm.
again it started to race because there was no draw. So in 2025, yes, the draw will be going around 500. That's my strong assumption, based upon the statistics that still there is a lot of draws yet to happen. There is a lot of like quota is there for the CEC and express entry, which is yet to be given. So if CEC draw is coming periodically, score will definitely drop. And someone sitting around 510, 515, couple of months to get the invitation for them.
Okay, so you're saying they don't have to like because I know a lot of like our people who take consultations and everyone, they're all on the 507, 508 and everything, and I think they're all kind of concerned like, Vishnu, should I go back? Should I stay? What should I do now because my work permit is expiring? Do you think they should like wait for this whole end of this year so that you can see a big drop in the scores?
So I always say that waiting is good, but
Mhm.
in the meantime, always have a plan. That
Hmm.
is a plan B and C. So I did two consultations today. The video consultation was happen. I told them specifically that yeah, your score is good because they are sitting around 515 range.
Hmm.
It's good, 510 and 515. So it's a good range. However, in the meantime, if they can able to, sorry, I'm just little under the weather. Sorry for that. So in the meantime, if they can able to do some extra things which can improve their the CRS point. That's something which I strongly recommend rather than just waiting. So, for example, if they can improve their IELTS score, for example, if they can do 6 months of experience under the trade, healthcare, or any other stream, or right now, to most of my clients, I'm recommending that if they are already in Canada and they don't have any sort of a foreign work experience, then start looking for a job in India or outside Canada. It can be US based company, it can be outside Canada, any country. If
Hmm.
they can able to gain any experience online, that is going to add under the foreign worker stream. So that FSW from 26 to 50 points, that can be the game changer for a lot of international student. So yes, you can wait if your score is 508, 507, but if you can able to add the foreign work experience, or you can able to add 6 months of category based express entry draw knock code based kind of experience, that is an add-on to it rather than just waiting. That can be something which every can family member can look for.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So it's good option. All right. We have a couple of questions coming in, which we'll just ask one by one so that we don't have a whole huge backlog.
Sure.
I wanted to say like CIC, but I don't want to just. All right. Let's go. One. Stephen Neto has a question. Quick question. Does the new PGWP eligibility requirement applicable for someone in their final semester planning to extend their study permit?
So let's take this question, but please, Evan, let's try
Yeah,
to stick
I'll,
with
I'll
the
just I'll
live
just stick with
topic.
this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go with Stephen. So Stephen, yes, you don't have to be worried. So if you have watched our last live session, I made it very clear to can family member that you don't need to worry. If someone already submitted the application for the study permit extension, uh, then they don't have to worry. But if someone already started the course, you guys don't need to worry about the new regulation change, because you guys are coming under the grandfathering rule, which means the previous policy, which was before the policy was implemented, you guys are coming under that, so you guys are safe.
Okay, we have another question from Amanda. She has asked, I obtained police certificates in 2022 from all the countries where I lived more than 6 months before coming to Canada. Do I have to get new ones before submitting my PR application?
So, hi Amanda. Nice question. One thing you said that before you're coming to Canada, you got all the PCC. So definitely you might be in one of the country at that point. So you need to do the PCC for that particular country. So for example, if again normal like my clientele which is from India. So for example, you visited UAE, India, Malaysia, US. You got from all the countries, but while you're taking the PCC, you are in India and now you came to Canada. That means you stayed in India after getting the PCC. That PCC is only valid for 6 months. So you may need to do the PCC again for the country which you lived at that point. Other than that, if you never visited any country, you're good to go.
Guys, and also if you get your answers, if you get your questions answered, make sure you put a thumbs up or even like the video so that we are aware that your questions are like answered. And yeah, so just make sure you put a thumbs up, or if you have any follow up questions, just drop it. We'll ask directly after that. We have
So
another.
Amanda, for you.
Amanda, Gotham has a question. When can we see CEC trade draw and a score? Can you expect a good score range?
So, Gautam, hi. Definitely the trade draw yet to happen. Trade and agriculture, both at least 1 to 2 draws I'm expecting under that. In agriculture, there is only one knock code, which has a very high scope of that. We can notice that particular category would have the lowest category based express entry draw. But if you're talking about the trade, because now Cook is added, we have discussed this in the multiple live and multiple streams before also. But because the cook is added in a trade, we are anticipating somewhere the draw, if again if it a limited number of ITs are released like what we seen in the express entry,
Hmm.
then we will be seeing that the draw will be happening for more than 500. But if it was for 3000 or 4000 ITs, then yes, somewhere around 490 or more than 490 would be the ideal score. But everything depends upon the number of invitations.
Got it.
So a lot of healthcare workers are now concerned that now the healthcare draw is happening for more than 500. Let them make it clear. Please, you don't have to be concerned. Even if your score is 480, down the road, whenever the draw will resume and one or two healthcare draw will be coming, which will be for 3000 or 4000, you will see the score will automatically drop below 500 or 480 or 470 even
Hmm.
if it happened once or twice.
Hmm. Okay, do you think the trade draws are delayed because the cook knock code has been added? Because I think a lot of people have that whole concern, like because usually
Yes.
there used to be the trade draws which used to happen regularly a couple of years back, like when we look into last year and the year back. But now when we look into, there's like a very like is like they're struggling to bring out a trade draw out, and a lot of people are in the trades as well. So do you think because a cook has been added into this stream that there is a whole delay in this draw?
I would not say yes directly, but yes, it can be one of the factor.
It could
Because now,
influence
if
it.
we notice that, yeah, because now
Mhm.
this year was an election year, so from February till May it was totally dry. So
Mhm.
if you look into, there was no trade draw, there was no skill trade draw, there is no like human capital priority stream draw. Even the PNPs, like recently the Ontario PNP who just happened like like 1 month they've made a two draws, but again that was a regional specific. So there are a lot of things happening at the background of in immigration. So saying that just because the cook is added would be a little bit biased statement.
Mhm.
But yes, definitely because the cook is added to the trade, the cutoff would be very high because now there is that number of individuals who are waiting for that one particular draw. So I don't believe that just because of that reason the draw is not happening. But yes, it can be one of the factor. But CIC knows that they can literally able to put one of the trade draw and saying that cook is not there. They can do that. So
Hmm.
anything can be possible. Anything is possible in immigration. So we need to wait. But just having a patience, that's the only thing which we can do at this point. But if someone is sitting around 490, 500, that's a really good score in trade category.
Awesome. All right. We have Maples and Lakes. Can you, if you can just put in your name and your question, we'll repeat the question. We'll get back to it. Even I can also see Tales of AJ. Guys, if you can put in your name and your question, we want to like pronounce it with your name itself. We want to start address it with your name. So if you can, if possible, please do it. We'll get back to that question. Amanda has a follow-up question to the PCC. Spouse got PCC police certificates in 2023 from countries where he lived over 6 months. Does he need to redo them for the PR application if he just visited those countries briefly again in 2025?
Yes. So hi Amanda. So we have did a short reel kind of video like on our Instagram for this, but let me just explain you once again that PCC is good for 6 months. Okay. The only condition is that the person don't have to do again PCC. Is the only thing is if the person never visited that country again. So for example, if your husband got the PCC from almost all the countries, but again at that point he was staying in one of the country or he visited in 2025 again, even for one day, the PCC has to be renewed. So you need to get the PCC for your husband for all the countries, even though he did the PCC in 2022 or 2023, because he visited in 2025, the PCC has to be repeat now. So please get the PCC. It's one of the ground which I'm seeing CIC is sending the application back as incomplete if the PCC is not updated. So strongly recommend to get the PCC updated if you or your husband visited the country after getting the PCC.
Hmm.
If you got the answer, thumbs up.
Let's go. Narendra has a question. I think it's to do with this thing. Is please inform next CEC draw possible 560, sir. Thanks for the information.
So if it is coming around 3,000 invitations, if it is like again in bi-weekly, if the CEC drop comes, as per my assumption, I believe that the score will drop to 519 or 518 point, because that is a score which can be possible with a 3,000 of 3,000 less than 3,000 if the invitation are given. If it is 4,000, then definitely we are looking into the score of 516, 515 range. Nowadays, a lot of people are sitting around more than 500 score. So 3,000 or less than 3,000 invitation, keep the score around 519. But I'm positive that now if the draw comes subsequently in bi-weekly basis, 516 within next one or two draw, it will definitely reach.
Hmm. Do you think is this surge just come all of a sudden, or do you think this can happen on all of a sudden? Because I mean, like after the whole of Jan draw, there wasn't much of a draws coming in for express entry. Now, do you think this that whole there could be a break in the flow of express entry draws, or it's gonna go? It's Do you think it will be there for the next couple of months?
It would be continuous. So now we need to understand. So whenever something happen, most of the times what international students do is they look into the current scenario and try to predict that no, it is good or it is bad.
Hmm.
Immigration is directly related to economic of Canada. It related to the political decision making, depends upon the cabinet, depending upon even the minister. So if the immigration minister is good, we have already seen that it goes in a positive. But if the immigration minister is more about going into like little bit not good with the immigration policies, then we've seen a very strict policies. So once like again, it might be a coincidence, but if we notice that when there was an immigration minister from the French, there was a lot of French draws was happened suddenly,
Yeah.
and then the immigration ministers changed, then it started to control that there is no French draw after that.
Hmm.
And now the immigration ministers change, now we see the CEC draws, TR to PR. Remember, that's again one of the immigration minister which just made
With
all the immigration flow
yeah.
that towards that, okay, we need immigration, we need foreign workers, we need everyone to be a PR. Then again another immigration minister came, he stopped everything. So I believe it's directly related to the policies. And this year, like I have repeated many times, that there was no draw after February, and the major reason was the election.
Hmm.
So we need to understand from that point of view. We just don't say that okay, no, there is no draw happening for any other human capital, skilled or trade. because of the reason is everyone was busy with the with the election and
Election
everything.
and
But
everything.
now after May, now okay, cabinet is made. Now the policies are set. Now the everyone is looking into that. Yes, they need more foreign workers. They need now the PR. So now again, slowly it has started into a positive vibe where now CEC draws are happening. Slowly, all other category-based draw will also happen because again, Canada is an immigrant country.
True.
No one can say that we don't want immigrants. Yeah, there are Canadians, those people who become Canadians may oppose this idea, but inside everyone know if you are an employer,
Yeah.
if you are an employee, if you know about the trade, if you understand the real estate market, if you understand the healthcare, transportation, each and every expert can tell how important is immigrant for Canada.
Mm.
So definitely it would be a positive flow, but now it would be a controlled immigration in Canada. The mistake what Canada did in 2023, 2021, 2022, it's never gonna happen again that everyone is getting a PR. Now definitely the policies are made in a way that quality immigration is gonna be happening in Canada, which is again positive thing for immigrants as well as for Canada.
Which is actually a good thing, honestly saying. Like it kind of like a
Yep.
lot of the like I think everyone says about I think all of the Canadians and people over here everyone has a big complaint about the huge migration that happened before with the
Yep.
TR to PR and everything that happened. So everyone has like now when they're filtering out that even that is also help like making the Canadians happy as well on the other end.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
It's again like when the policy has to make Canadians, Canadian government, Canadian economy, everything. They have to satisfy everyone.
Mm.
But doing no draw just makes everything worse. So, for example, now after the LMI point is removed, and if you notice that now food industries are not that giving that much priority in immigration,
Mm.
the food industry employers, when I talk to them, when I talk to my friends, they say that no, the food industry is not doing good. There is no employees to work. So factories are influenced a lot because of the LMI policy change. So a
Mm.
lot of things are happening at this point, I would say.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, when we look into it, we just look into LMI as just something for Indians. Like you don't
Mhm.
realize there's a lot of like nationalities who come on an LMI or a closed work permit and work in these agriculture, like in restaurants and like let's say factories and everything, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go back into the questions. We have Saurabh. Here's Saurabh Singh who has asked, "Hi Vishnu, I have only one question. Does remote foreign experience while being inside of Canada count as foreign work experience? Since I have 8 months of experience from back home." Saurabh is from Kitchener.
Yeah, hi Saurabh, Kishner, hometown. So nice, man. So yes, it is counted. So as per the regulation IRPA, it recently also it is now in the news. A lot of people are doing it. Yes, you can take advantage of the policy where even if you are in Canada, you're working for an employer which is outside Canada, not a Canadian employer, outside Canada, you can claim the points under the FSW, and that will add up around 26 to 50 points. We have did a lot of videos about this. We did a detailed video on this, I believe, in the month of January or February. If you can go and see into the Talking with Can, I have explained that. But yes, answer to your question is the 8 months of experience what you have, definitely that is there, but you need to add 4 more months so that you can able to claim FSW 1 year point if you don't have any experience in past. But one thing, let me add one thing. Sort of, if you worked somewhere during your course, like for example, internship. So if the dental, so basic example is dentist or nursing or any other degree program where you did a paid internship, then you can even add up that period towards the new FSW experience you are taking. So, for example, if you did degree and during that degree you had a 6 months of a paid internship, you
Mm.
can take that 6 month and you can add this 8 months to that, which makes more than 1 year of FSW experience. So that is also one of the loophole which you can able to use if you have a genuine experience. Please do not do fake experience. CIC is very strict with that. I really don't want to see anyone saying that they got a refusal or a misrepresentation of because of this. So please be safe. Try to make your application simple and stress free.
But
Sort of.
even so, question is like the 6 months internship that you were saying that you can gain for added to FSW, like for work experience. So, is that does that need to be like a full time job or even part time job will do?
No, it need to be full time. So always the internship, like I said that if you're taking dentist, you're taking nursing, you're taking some of the degree program engineering, they do have a 6 months of internship program to complete that particular course. So if it is something where the person was completed the course and then the 6 months of experience is there, or 1 year of experience the person working during the course period, then yes, that can be considered, but it has to be full time, it has to be paid. So it should not be like something you're working just because college told you to work and it was unpaid kind of experience. It's not going to add any points. It has to be paid and it has to be full time.
Okay, that's good. Going to the next question. Gotham has a question for you. Gotham, any estimate on when we can see a trade draw? I think we kind of answered it.
Very soon, very soon.
Hopefully very soon. All right, Shivangi has a question. If a spouse was marked as non-accompanied at ITA, but the applicant wants to change it to accompanying before EAPR, that is like CRS is still above the cutoff, is it allowed or will it lead to refusal?
Hi Shivangi, nice question here. So let me make it very clear. As per the IRPA, you can able to add your spouse. If the, for example, recently the draw happened in 521. I have it around two clients where they went unaccompanied spouse. Then they reached me after the ITA. They went unaccompanied spouse just because of the peer pressure. One person was really not looking for the PR, but when we evaluated the profile, we came to know that even adding the spouse is increasing the CRS point. So they could have went through a family option.
Expectation, yeah.
When we discussed with them, they said that yes, they would like to go with a family PR application. We have changed that. But again, one thing very clearly I would like to mention, now you have to give a proper explanation. So if you don't give a proper explanation, CIC officer can treat it like a misrepresentation or you're trying to manipulate the system, which is not good. So please add a proper explanation letter or take any legal advice from any legal immigration firm so that you can make that letter drafted go and prove your side that okay, this was a previous scenario, this is a current scenario, and now you would like to go with your husband to get a PR. It is possible. We have numerous approval like this where we have changed the profile after the ITA. Anything you can do before the ITA, add an explanation letter, that will work.
Okay. All right.
Shivangi.
Perfect. That was actually a good question. We had a couple of people who we did sign up for that as well. That was amazing.
Yes.
All right. Shinsi has a question. My spouse received an OINP international student last month. Okay, OINP Shinsi. Next, at the end, if we have time, we'll get back into it. We just want to focus on the express entry for now. Okay. Bishwash has a question. Now, Bishwash has a question. Will you suggest someone back home in PGWP imply status to gain 6 months category-based experience and come back after TRB so that we can have both CEC and category-based?
Bishwas, again, can you repeat the question? Sorry for that.
So he wants to go home while he's on a PGWP implied status, and
Mhm.
then get 6 months of experience, and then if he doesn't get his PGWP, come back with the TRV, and so that he can gain his back home experience and Canadian experience after he comes back to Canada.
But why he's doing that, that's my point. Now,
So
the
so that
point
he,
is,
yeah,
yes, sorry, go on.
basically he wants to get the experience. He doesn't have a back home experience, so he wants to add. Yeah.
Okay, yes. So my clients even did the same that they went back home when there was a STEM category was there. Some of the individuals went back home, gained the STEM experience, came back. Recently, few of my clients are traveled back home to gain a trade experience. So yes, it is possible. But now the question is, you get 40 points for Canadian experience 1 year. You get 0 point if the experience is less than 6 months, like less than 1 year under the FSW. If you have a 1 year of complete work experience, then you get 26 points. It can go up to 50 points under FSW if you have up to 3 years of experience from outside Canada. So
Hmm.
now, Vishwas, for you, I would always recommend that if you complete your 1 year of Canadian work experience and you are already on the highest CRS point by claiming a very high or very good IELTS or CELPIP score, then go for 6 months for India or get experience under the category based express entry draw. Because now the category based express entry draw is not just based upon the 6 months of experience, it's also based upon your CRS point. So if you go back home for 6 months, for example, this year you went back home to get a trade experience under the tile setter, for example, okay? You went for back home, you get a 6 months of tile setter experience. You're very happy you completed that. You came back in the month of November. Now you started your CEC experience. Guess what? If the next year the NOC codes are revived, it's changed or revised, the experience what you gain now is utter waste.
Yeah.
Better than that, what my recommendation to my clients are always, first of all, gain a CEC experience, because now the 1 year CEC experience get you the maximum 40 points. Second year of CEC experience add 13 points. Miscellaneous points are also there, but 13 points are overall. While you're having a second year of postgrad open work permit, or once you complete your 1 year of CEC experience, then yes, you can able to try to go back home. But again, if you're focusing specifically on CEC, one of the loophole which I would like to tell you is try to go initial months like January to June, or go around November after. Because after November, if you go and you started an experience, then if you complete your 6 months of experience, that would be around April, May time when the lot of draws happen. But if you try to go somewhere by mid of the year, like for example, April or May back home, by the time you complete your 6 months of experience, there is a great probability that there will be no more draws. Or by next year, if the knock codes are revised, the all the experience are getting wasted. So
Yeah.
sort of for you, plan your 6 months when you want it based upon your profile. Get your profile get evaluated by any immigration firm so that they can tell you about, okay, what is the right period to gain that 6 months of experience, specifically which knock code. Very important. Like I said, someone going back home for tile setter this year, maybe next year it is not there, gone. It happened last year. A lot of people went back home to work as a construction supervisor or a transportation manager back home, but this year that knock code is not there. So it is like there is no use of having that kind of experience from back home. Just small tip for you, Saurabh.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually like a smart, wise option that you just mentioned right now. Like,
Well, like,
because what if you do all the hard work and then all of a sudden this just disappears, all of a sudden that knock code is
no,
gone.
yeah,
Like it's just
that's why I
very,
said that.
yeah.
It happened in past, and that's why, like, during the consultation, when we do consultation, technically we gain all the information about the client. And I usually recommend them, like, yes, I also say the same thing to my clients, that okay, if you have a 1 year of experience, like work permit remaining with you, go back home, gain a 6 months of experience and come back, so that the last 6 months of postgrad open work permit, you will have a multiple options now. So yes, it is possible, but it need a proper planning. Going while you are on an implied status of postgrad open work permit may not be a good idea. That's again, it's my opinion based upon the information what I have. But sort of just plan it, man. Depending upon the your wisdom of knowledge, that okay, what you wanted to, how you wanted to get a PR, you can able to plan and make your immigration stress free.
Okay. All right, let's go. Ankit has a super chat question. Work permit is expiring in September 2025 and CRS's score is around 508. Eligible for STEM. Any chances to get PR under STEM?
Little bit difficult, to be very honest, because of 508 point. Now we only remaining with 3 months. So I would say look into the other options where you can able to boost your score. At least go around 515 before September. I'm hoping that the score will drop to that level. 508, definitely you will get an invitation. Take this in writing. But before September, if you're talking about, little bit of a question mark, just because of the mood of the CIC. Sometimes they do draw, sometimes they don't do draw. So if there is no draw coming for next month, again you will see the score will go around 540. But 508 is a really good score. Hopefully the bi-weekly draws will be upcoming, like will be proper regular discipline wise, so that you will get an invitation. But always sort of look for a plan B in the meantime.
Okay. Trial has requested please make a video of ONP new employment portal. Sure, we will. We will actually. We do have plans about that. Okay, we have Radhakrishnan who said, "Hey Vishnu, my work permit is expiring on 6th Feb 2025. Wait, already
It
expired?
expired.
Oh, expired. Okay, expired on 16th Feb, and now I'm on a implied status right now. Recently got the invitation on June 26th and submitted documents today and received the AOR as well. Am I eligible to apply for a bridging open work permit?"
So hi, congratulations, congratulations, Krishna. What's the name? Sorry, I couldn't
Radhakrishnan
get.
Reddy.
Yeah, hi Radhakrishnan. Congratulations, man. You did everything on time. So if your work permit which you submitted, it's on implied status, I would recommend you to just update the AOR raising a web form to your work permit application. You don't need to put a new application in. Explain, add a SOP explaining that I have submitted a work permit application before. I have received the invitation. Kindly update my AOR with a work permit appeal application which you have submitted before. Automatically, your previous application will be considered as a bridging open work permit application. But yes, if you wanted to be safe, you can submit a new application. But once again, the recent policy change is not allowing you for that directly. So I would say raising a web form is more than enough. But with an explanation, you can try to put a new application also if you wanted to be 102% safe. But outcome of the new application, I'm not sure about it because of the recent policy change. But raising a web form will solve your issue. Hope Radhakrishnan, you got your answer.
And if you're
All the best, man.
watching, and if you're someone who's watching and got an invitation, guys, put up a hands up emoji or thumbs up emojis that we want to congratulate you on receiving your invitation. All right.
Congratulations. Very happy for you.
All right, let's go. Joe Francis has a question. No, Ajay has a question. I wanted to update from the hi. Do we need to update from the employer side even if you're moving forward with the express entry, or is it just for OINP?
There's no eligibility requirement from employer side for the express entry. You can leave the employer, you can drop the job like next day, you don't even have a job, doesn't matter. In express entry, it's all about your experience, what you have already gained. After that, if you don't want to get an update with an employer, you don't want to update him anything, that's fine.
All right. And Joe, by the way, your question, we will either you can just put it at the end of the live. We will probably like after the live ends, you can put it in the comments. Our team will get back to you. Adrian, hi Adrian, how are you? All right, we have a question here. Hey, hello guys. Glad that there are more draws off lately, but are we expecting any category-based draws as those are not called out for this year?
Yeah, Adrian, it will be coming very, very soon. So yes, we can see that the draw supposed to be started somewhere in January, February, usually. But if you notice that last year also same thing happened after May only the draw started, and the CEC draw dropped around 507 by September, October. Same thing. This time also we are expecting that if the CEC draw remain little bit disciplined in bi-weekly basis, definitely the score will drop. We can anticipate more category-based draw also, and PNP, express entry PNP draws also in upcoming days.
He has a follow-up question as well, Vishnu. He has said work permit extension has been submitted. Meantime, if we get ITA, do we need to apply for a new work permit for bridging open work permit? Or if we do apply for bridging open work permit, uh, yeah, what happens like in the application? Do we have to like do a new work permit application or not?
So to Adrian and to all the Can family member, if you already submitted work permit extension application, you got invitation. It doesn't change anything. Once you submit your application, once you receive an AOR, update the AOR using the web form so that your application which you submitted for the extension will be converted into a bridging open work permit. Once again, it has to be submitted with a proper explanation. Sorry, sorry. It has to be submitted with a proper explanation. Otherwise, it can be treated with a misrepresentation. So yes, you don't need to submit a new application. And anyhow, now after the recent policy change, you cannot submit a new application while you are on implied status. So that's a new regulation change. So you need to respect that regulation change. So please update the web form with proper explanation. That will solve the issue and get you the bridging open work permit.
Awesome. All right. Eben has a question. Hi, Eben. All right, sir. Hi, sir. Can we expect healthcare to come down to 480 by the end of this year, or at least by the beginning of next year?
This year, definitely 480, 490 is a really good score. Like I said, usually the immigrant community, what they do is they'll just look into the current scenario. Sorry, sorry. Yeah. So recently, what happened? Like what I've noticed is the international student community or immigrant community, they try to look into the recent draw, and then there are some influencers which try to make you believe that you will not get a PR. Trust me, 480 or above score is a really good score in a express entry, especially if it is a category based express entry draw or a human capital uh, express entry priority stream. Because in both the streams, the score remains low. This time, if you notice that what happened is the two draw what happened for the category based express entry draw, invitations was very limited, 500 invitation each time it was given, and that's why the score went high. If it was for 3000 or 4000, which was a usual trend, you might have got the invitation by this point. So once again, just wait. 480 is a really good score this year. You get an invitation. Do leave like a comment on our live, or just drop a text message on our post. We would be very happy for you. You deserve to get an invitation.
All right.
Canada need more healthcare workers.
says someone who is in the healthcare field. Okay.
No, and like again, Canada needs it. So definitely the healthcare. If you are in any of the knock code, definitely Canada will be doing more invitations, like doing more draws and releasing more invitations.
Okay, let's go to the next one. We have John V. Reddy who has asked, I did not mention my work experience in my study permit as it was not related to my previous study or Canadian education. Can I mention it now during my PR application as my foreign work experience?
Oh, what's the name? Sorry.
John V.
Hi, Janvi. Hi, Janvi. Now you are in a gray area. So one, if you have never mentioned that experience in your study permit or on your postgrad work permit, you're looking into misrepresentation. If you add that now. However, if you have a proper explanation, I would say seek guidance or advice from any immigration firm, licensed immigration consultant or lawyer. If you have a proper documents like a bank statement, tax or deposit, you have a proper experience letter, proof of your experience, and you have a genuine reason that why did not you mention that experience, yes, there is a chance that you can able to claim the points, but please only do if it is a genuine experience and after taking a legal advice by showing the documents to any legal representative so that you can take the opinion from them. So yes, we have also did an application in the same way where the agency did not allow to put that experience in, but again we able to prove that, and today we have received the invitation for that couple. The couple
Oh,
is trying to call me now, but after this appointment I have to call them and I have to give the good news that they got a PR.
I hope
So
they're not
yes,
watching the live.
I believe they are watching the live, and that's why I'm getting the call at this point saying that sorry, I just saw the live.
Oh,
So yeah, so January, it is possible, but please take advice from any immigration firm by showing your documents. They have to review the documents to give you the right advice.
hmm. Adrian says Vishnu's voice is echoing. Is there an echo, guys? Guys, let us know if there's an echo or if there is any, if you're not able to hear any of your voices or anything. Okay, let's go. All right. Oh, to the next question. Actually, we have a lot of questions, Vishnu. We have to catch up. Okay,
Okay,
let's
now it's
go.
going. Now the question is going into the rapid fire round.
Rapid.
If anyone need explanation, kindly please put that you need an explanation. But other than that, I'm just going to be straightforward. Please.
Done. All right. Jensen has a question. If the wife gets a CEC PR invitation and has listed as husband as non-accompanying, does the husband on a valid work permit until 27 need to leave Canada if they have to apply for PR later?
Hi, Jensen. Stay away from rumors. That would be my first advice. You don't need to leave Canada. Please, you can still stay in Canada because you hold a valid work permit. Let your wife get a PR, and then if you change your mind and wanted to get a PR, all the rest you can get. Still, you can get a PR.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
Jensen, you got an answer? Thumbs up.
I think a couple of people are saying that it is echoing. Okay, guys, we're gonna look into it. Just give us a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we can go into the next question. As like Linju, he has asked, "Hi, my score is 543, and I got an invitation in June 12, and my submission timeline is around August 12. Actually, I'm getting married in India in October. So should I add my spouse, or will that affect my application?"
Linju, congratulations on your marriage. Please, advice would be submit your PR application. Later on, go and get married because it's going to take some time. Once you get married, take the marriage certificate, update the CIC using the web form, and then you can able to add your spouse without even changing with your CRS point. If you do this, by this your application will be submitted, and then your husband will also get a PR by the same time, and you will be receiving your PR. All the best.
Awesome, and congratulations actually she has to be congratulated for two things: one on the wedding and for the invitation. Wow, twenty
Congratulations.
twenty 2025 is a good year. for Linja. All
God
right,
bless you.
all right, Linja, sounds good, amazing. All right, we have another question from PRK. So, okay, Pratik, his age is 40, sitting on 475, and I have exhausted all the possibilities, scored more than 8777 in IELTS, 3 plus experience outside Canada, and 1 year of Canadian experience as a machinist. Is there any chance that I can look into other get a PR basically?
Yeah, so Pratik bhai, so one thing, I believe you're still not up to the level with the English proficiency exam. I'm not recommending you to go with a French, change the province, pay the employer, pay the immigration firm. The only thing which you need is to focus on CELPIP or PT. Don't do IELTS. IELTS is a little bit difficult. Do PT or CELPIP. Try to improve your score because even if you can get CLB 9, you should be sitting around 520 plus point if your age is less than 30. If your age is more than 30, still you're sitting around more than 500 points for sure. So the only thing you have to do is improve your English proficiency to get the PR this year. Otherwise, you can also do one thing: wait for the skilled trade worker stream. If your knock code, the job knock code is around 7273 knock code, then yes, you do have a chance to go under the skilled trade worker stream. But in skilled trade worker stream, if you notice last year, the dross was around 400, 435. So you may, because your score for that skill trade is too high, I would say talk to an immigration firm, analyze your profile so that they can able to tell you what all the options you are remaining with, and based upon that you can able to make a change in your express entry profile. But yes, machinist, skill trade, if you cannot able to improve your score, otherwise improve your score, you should be getting an invitation through CEC. All the best, Pratik bhai.
Okay, to the next question we have. Okay. His hello, Can family and Vishnu. Thanks for the wonderful job that you guys are doing. His 470 score a good for CBD draws in healthcare
Category
and
based.
social service. Category based draws in healthcare and social service.
What's the name? Sorry.
Alicia.
Yeah. Hi, Alicia. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the appreciation. But let me make it very clear: the 470, yes, it's a good score, but you may need to wait for a long time. So waiting, that means stress. So if you can do one thing: improve your English proficiency. If you have a good score in IELTS, LPIP, or PT, try to go beyond 480 or 490 if possible to get the invitation this year, because
Hmm.
now if the healthcare draws remain with the 500 invitations, the score will remain around more than 490. If the score, the invitation started to be increased in the healthcare draw, then only the score will be coming down to 470. But once again, waiting is equal to stress in immigration. So boost your English proficiency, get the maximum score, get your PR by this year itself. All the best, Alicia. I believe you should be receiving your invitation this year and PR also. Congratulations and all the best.
Awesome. And guys, do let us know if our voice is still echoing or if it is all good. I see
Yeah.
the feedback saying it's better, and now I believe it's gonna get better. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we have another question from uh, Jack 7. Hey Jack 7, I'm not sure what's your name. If you can just put in your name, I'll get back to your question. Just put in your name in the comments right now. I'll get back to your question. Um, okay. Shinsi has a question. Hey, a quick question. My spouse visited Dubai for 10 hours as a transit to India and back. Does he need a PCC?
No. So hi, Cincy or Jincy?
Shinsi.
Shinsi. Hi, Shinsi. Hope you're doing good. So no, the PCC is only required if you or your spouse or the applicant who is submitting the application or the any family member stayed in one of the country for more than 6 months. So
Hmm.
if your husband just had a transit visa or even stayed for the UAE for around 5 days or 5 months and 29 days, PCC is not required. So since remove the stress, submit your application without PCC for your husband.
Okay,
All the
all
best.
right. And then we have another question from John V, who has asked, I used to work during my education for 3 years. Can I add it to my foreign application in my foreign experience in my application?
Definitely, you can join me. Once again, if it is a genuine, if you have all the supporting documents, definitely you can able to add and you can get up to 50 points, which will get you the PR this year if your CRS point is more than 515, 520. All the best.
Awesome. All right. Arvind Kumar has said, Hi, I worked in Sweden as part-time employee for 22 months. Total hours I worked are around 1480 hours, while paid vacation of 160 hours for 22 months was compensated later. Can I claim the 1 year of experience as for my foreign work experience?
Again, depend upon the documents. You need to look into the documentation side. Like you said, like you when you calculated, you are getting that hours and other thing. But once again, the CIC officer has to be convinced with the reasoning. If you have a proper documentation, proper pay stubs, proper other calculation, yes, you can able to claim the foreign work experience. All the best.
Actually, today's questions are all pretty cool questions in the sense I've like it even like in the sense of even from an like just even asking it, it broadens the whole perspective of like what like what people like are actually going through because we like especially the ones with like can I go, like do I need a PCC if I'm just staying for 10 hours in Dubai? Those are good questions guys. Do put in more of those interesting questions. We
I
want to get.
believe there was a CAN family member. I
Hmm.
believe there was a group of family member who requested for the CEC. They have put our link in one of the group, and that's why we are getting very like legal legit kind of a question this time, so that
Hmm.
that particular group, man, respect to that particular group admin to accepting our like a link and making your members joining so that they can ask and they can get a right information. Appreciate whoever did that initiation. Respect from my side.
Okay. Vishnu Vijay has a question. Hi, I applied for a work permit recently and my GC key got revoked. I created a new GC key, but I wasn't able to link the application. What should I do? So,
Call the CIC. So the simple thing, call the CIC. They will help you to link your particular application with the GC key. But again, you need to find it. If you log into your GC key, you can find go to a link my application where you click and you can put the application. But if not, raise a web form. That can also help you to link your application. All the best.
okay. All right. Darshan Patel has a question. Can we expect a 515 CEC draw in July?
Darshan bhai, may not be possible 515 in July because now once again already 3 times the draw happened positively, which happened in last January to February also. We if the draws continuously happening, like I said, if it is like 3,000, I'm anticipating the draw should be coming around 519, 518 because there are that number of application beyond that. If it is coming for 4,000, definitely we are anticipating the score around 516, 517. 515, yes, you will get an invitation, but maybe you might need to wait for a couple of months. So it may be July, August, possibly. If the draw is everything is good, you should be getting your invitation. All the best, bye.
Okay. So he also wait, did it? Okay. Radhakrishnan Reddy has done a super chat. Okay. Question is, I was unemployed at initial PGWP application extension. My work permit expired on Feb 16th. Now I am employed. Can I send AOR plus a job via web form to request bridging open work permit?
I didn't get why he said that he was unemployed initially, because it's nothing to do with that. Radhakrishnan. Radhakrishnan, you already received the AOR. So that means you got an invitation, you submitted your application, you have an AOR, you just need to raise a web form with proper explanation. Please note, proper explanation is required. I have noticed the application sometimes go into the misrepresentation. So
Hmm.
to avoid that, include an explanation letter, and your application will be taken care, where your that work permit extension will be converted into a bridging open work permit. Simple web form is required with AOR and explanation letter. That will get you the open work permit. All
But
the
I
best.
think he said he got a rejection already, right? But in
Oh, he
the
got it.
he got a rejection. His work permit
Oh,
expired on Feb 16th.
oh, no.
So,
He's on implied status. I believe initially he said that
oh,
he's on
the
implied
initial
status.
work permit. Okay, okay, got it, got it. No, he has also put
Initial
up
work permit
another.
expired and he's on implied status. So again, he's on
Hmm.
implied status. Raise a web form, he will get an open work permit with proper explanation. I'm highlighting that part because if you just raise a web form, CIC officer can do whatever they like. So please avoid that. Explain your scenario to the CIC officer so that they don't send you PFL letter. And trust me, it's very stressful.
Okay, all right. That's good. Aditi has a question, which is an interesting question. So I have 2 years of experience as a sales associate, like a fashion stylist, as my responsibilities are matching with knock code 53123. But I was paid in cash. I have cash receipt as well. Can I show this?
What's the name?
Aditi. Aditi
Aditi.
Garg.
I think yes, you can, but once again, it all depends upon the documentation, that what is the level of PFL probability with your application. I would say please seek advice from any legal immigration consultant or lawyer before you submit your application. But yes, if you have proper documentation, you are allowed to claim, get the points for the foreign work experience. It is possible. We have did numerous applications like this where the person is already a PR. So all the best, Aditi.
But what if someone's work on cash in Canada? Can you do that? No, right?
So okay, oh, let me just enlighten you on that.
Mm-hmm.
As per the regulation, health ministry, sorry, as per the labor ministry in Canada itself, a employee can work on cash. That is fine. Employer can pay an employee cash, demand draft, check, e-transfer, or anything.
Hmm.
Okay. The only condition is that the employer has to pay the payroll taxes.
Okay.
So even if the employer is paying $1 out, he need to pay the payroll taxes first, and then only he can able to pay. But yes, in Canada also the cash payment is accepted until unless employer is following all the regulation and paying a proper payroll taxes to the government. And again, same thing. If it's in India, employer don't have to pay the payroll taxes or anything. So getting cash, if it is like around 4 5 years back, definitely the person can able to get a points for that point.
Hmm. That's interesting. Okay.
But again, documentation is most important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, PFL letter is just outside your door.
Okay. Oh yeah. Radhakrishnan said he did not get a rejection. Okay. You're on implied status. Yeah, you can look into the bridging open
Radhakrishnan,
work permit.
drop that message once you receive your bridging open work permit in your PR. All the best. You are always in my prayers, man. You deserve to be getting a PR after this much of stressful situation you might have went through. I can feel the pain.
Okay.
Yes.
Parul has a question. Parul says, "Hi. As promised, I shared the links on groups, but received several queries from people, and they could not attend because they're either at office or returning or traveling." But Parul, bye. Thank you for the effort. Thank you for.
That's good. Again, drop down. So, just a message for the Can family member who are watching this. Kindly put what topic you wanted to get a next live. So, next week, Saturday, it would be a live. This week, I had some plans, and that's why I'm up at around 4 o'clock a.m. as per the India timing. But next time, guys, you guys are the one who is deciding what should be the topic. So kindly comment once we upload this video that what should be the topic next time. So depending upon your request, we can arrange the live for that one particular topic, which will get the majority of the vote. So you decide which live you want next time.
Yeah,
So
actually,
those who missed,
Parul was the one who joined last live, and he was like, "We want one for Express Entry." We were like, we spoke to the team, Vishnu. They were all like, "Let's do it for him." So yeah,
oh,
Parul. All right, I think he has a
thank
couple
you,
of
Bharat.
questions as well. We'll be getting into it, Parul. All right, Jaswin has a question. Hey, Can, I have 2 years of work experience, of foreign work experience, as start at a startup firm, but the firm was closed down. There, okay, the firm closed down the operations for since COVID. Will a reference letter from my old boss suffice, or do I need more?
Your voice is gone. Eben,
Oh,
your voice is gone.
my voice is gone.
Yeah.
Hello, guys, can you
Yeah,
hear
now
me?
it's good. Now it's good. Now it's good. Okay. So
Okay.
what's the name? What's the name?
His name is Jaswin.
Yeah. Hi, Jaswin. So as per the question goes, definitely, even if the company is closed, you work there genuinely. You have all the proof with you to prove that you had a proper experience. That will be sufficient to claim the point. But once again, the most important thing, which is very common missing in Indian experience letter, is duties. So if you don't have a duties on the letter and the company is closed, unfortunately that can be an issue. But if you can get a proper letter from the employer, even though it is closed, you can get a proper explanation letter that okay, the company is closed at this time, but they are ready to give you the letter, and you have all other proof to prove that it was got paid full time, other thing. Definitely, you can able to claim the point for that. If any complication, seek legal advice. Like I said, I repeat myself that take it from any immigration firm which is reputed, knowledgeable. They can able to help you to find a solution for this. But all the best, you can. 90% of the cases, 10% depending upon the documentation. All the best.
Okay, he has a follow-up question as well. Am I allowed to apply for a work permit extension? My score is at 508 and in the CEC category, and my work permit is expiring in Jan 2026.
508, that means you might have already have CLB 9. If not, try to get CLB 9. 508 is a really good score. Unfortunately, there is no work permit extension until unless you receive a, you have a AOR, you have a PNP approval, or you have a LMI. Other than that, if you submit, it's considered as a dummy or a fake extension until unless you have a genuine reason to do a appeal or HNC, humanitarian compassion ground. Very tricky, very logical, and very legal based kind of process it is. Rather than that, try to boost your CRS point, try to get around 515 range. This year you should be getting a PR. But once again, 508 is a really good score. Last year it's again the same kind
507.
of scenario was there. It started
Mm.
somewhere in May, and by September, October, the score dropped to 507. So once again, we can hope for the best, and always there's one thing which we can do is pray. So you will be in our prayer, you should be getting your invitation. All the best, brother.
Okay, Vishnu, I have a question, which what Jaswin had asked. Like now, like I have a question. Like, is in the case where if someone's employer, like, or the company shut down, and you know how in like back home experience letters they don't mention initially the roles responsibilities, kind of ask later on, right? And but now all you have is an employment letter which doesn't have the roles and responsibilities, but now the company is shut down. What do you do in those cases where, because even Canada, the CIC requires you to have an employment letter with the roles and responsibilities?
So there are various ways to tackle the situation. So like I said, in immigration there is always problem and there is always a solution also with that. The
Hmm.
solution in this kind of scenario is that testimony you can get it from your colleagues, or you can take even the affidavit, which is or other notarized letter, which need to say that okay, they used to be the colleague at that particular firm with their ID, with their notarized, where they say that it's true, the statement is true, and they
Hmm.
can able to give a letter stating that okay, this is the colleague which works, this was my position, and this was the duties the person performed. Once again, it has to be done with a legal advice. If someone do without proper understanding or proper documentation, application can be refused, which happened in the past. But yes, if the company is closed, you know the colleagues there, the manager there, or someone there, you can take a letter from them. But once again, better to put the documentation after proper legal advice from any reputed immigration firm. That would be my recommendation.
Hmm. Okay. Aditi has the cash. She said about the cash receipt for gaining experience. She said that is from India, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, that's
It's
from
not.
India. Yeah,
Yeah.
because again in Canada there is no cash receipts.
Mm. Good. Okay, I just wanted to just clarify. Okay, Urvi Sutar. Hi, Urvi. We have a question. Here's a question. If I get an ITA for PR in Express Entry with 1 year skilled experience, can I leave my job or change employers knock after receiving the ITA? Do I have to still stay in the same job until I get my PR?
So Aditi, you could have leave the job immediately once you completed your 1 year of experience. You don't even have to wait for the ITA. So
Mm.
under the skilled trade worker stream, if you have a 1 year of experience, that 1 year of experience is good for 2 years, even after you leave the job. So for example, you have, someone have a experience from 2014 January to December, and in December or in January the person left the job in 2025, still the person is eligible under the skilled trade worker stream till 2025 December. So any drop comes, the person is good. But the other thing, particularly in your case, you are good to leave the job, switch the job, getting unemployed, going for vacation. If you already received an invitation, you submitted the application, all the best. You should be getting 600 point and PR this year. All the best.
What if I have out of curiosity now for those people, like if they leave the job and now they have to get their employment letters or roles and responsibilities changed, and now if they
Why
go
should someone
back,
change?
huh?
That's illegal, right? To change the job duties, change the letter, it's illegal.
Or like even they don't give you with the roles responsibilities or something, and it just
So
mad.
get it and leave it, or
Okay.
leave the employer in a good terms. That's very important. Like again, think about it in a way. There used to be a time in Canada when we came, like when I came to Canada, Canadians used to be very decent man, very generous, very humble. Like they're full of passion that whenever we go for a work in a hospital as a nurse, when I used to go, man, everyone used to share that okay, how difficult was our life. They used to support, they used to care for us.
Hmm.
But recently now when I go to the hospital, when I see the new, like as soon as a Canadian see an Indian, they say, man, this person took my job, this person took my hours of work. And again, that's a negative notion is coming. That just because of past experience of them. So please, if can family member, if you're watching this video, please don't leave your employer hanging once you get what you need. So, for example, after getting the LMI or getting the PNP, getting a PR, don't leave your employer immediately. Give them time so that they can hire someone.
Sorry. Sorry.
Because if you leave the person like immediately after getting your things done, that person will not hire not only the same color people but also any immigrants. So
True.
please treat the employer how you wanted to get be treated, because now, yeah, you are saved, but because of your action, the other international students might be suffering, which you might have seen right now in social media, why people are backlashing a lot of the communities just because few people are commenting some negative things, and that is literally influencing the whole community. So please don't be a reason for that kind of negative cause. You are
Yeah.
part of a can family. Please spread positive vibes and please respect others.
I know one of those big firms in Kitchener as well. They just stopped supporting for ONPs and PNPs
Yes.
and everything just because they people, yeah, just because they stopped, like like people used to just use them. Like once they're done,
Yeah.
they would just leave all of a sudden.
One of the
Yeah.
factory in Kitchener Waterloo, they stopped. Like they used to support numerous in-demand application. That
Mm.
stopped because now there's no draw. So people start to leave the job immediately without even giving a notice. Now the draw is coming. Now they are trying to just like getting that job again. But now the company understand that, man, you're just using them. And because of that, few people, now no one is getting a PR. So please don't do that. It's not just about you, it's about the international community which you are representing.
Yeah. All right. Josh Shaji has a question. Also, in my foreign experience, I have all docs except the roles and responsibilities. My manager is giving me the reference letter with all the required roles and responsibilities, but not in a letterhead. Is that okay?
Depend upon the documentation, Judge Shaji. It's better to take a legal advice with your documentation, what you're about to submit, to get a right thing. Because if I say yes, it is possible, still there is a greater chance that you may receive a PFL letter, because the supporting documents has to be proper. So once again, seek a legal advice, do a documentation review from any immigration licensed person, and make sure that the person understand the background of your experience and everything, so that you can avoid the PFL letters.
Hmm. Okay.
Shaji.
Guys, if you're liking it, let us know. Let us know in the comments,
If you got your answer, please like the video. Please let us know that you got an
or,
answer.
or even a thumbs up will do. Let us know that, because
Please, your like is something which is giving me motivation to stay up at around 4 a.m. So please do that. My team is really trying hard to reach you and get you all the answers. And literally, Abin convinced me I supposed to not having this live session this week.
mm-hmm,
Abin told that no, Parul and other team member reached and they wanted to have a live. That's
mm-hmm.
why we did this live on this Friday.
And on
But
a
next week it
Friday.
will be on Saturday.
Yeah.
Next week
Okay.
it will be on Saturday.
Next week we are on Saturday. Okay, we have one. Let's go one by one, Vishnu. I think we almost passed the 1 hour this thing, but we'll finish it
Okay,
off.
so to Can family member, if there's urgent question, please do super chat. So your answer will be like your question will be answered soon. If not, unfortunately, if we cannot able to answer your question, please copy that into a comment section. Definitely we will answer that. But due to time limit, now let's start 20 minutes countdown. In next 20 minutes, we will be stopping this live. But once again, if we are unanswered, it's nothing intentional. Please put that in comment section or use the super chat. Let's go on.
Let's go one by one. Okay, Amanda has a follow-up. The bank is experiencing issues issuing a statement for my foreign work experience. Can I submit a letter explaining this? Will payslips and an employment letter be enough for the CEC application?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry, I got
So
diverted. Sorry.
I think she was working in the bank, is experiencing issues issuing a statement. Okay, no. I think she wants to show the claim for the like the payment that she received. Is experiencing
Okay.
issues issuing a statement for my foreign work experience. Can I submit a letter explaining this? Will pay slips and an employment letter be enough for this CEC application?
Possible. It is possible. But again, try to get the once again, if any bank is there, even a bank home, back home, if you go and request the manager, they can able to get statement even from a closed bank accounts. If not possible, definitely a statement of purpose or explanation letter will help. But once again, that all depends upon the primary documents what you're about to submit. If CIC officer doesn't feel that is right, you are looking into PFL. But once again, take a legal advice from any immigration firm so that you can know that what you are looking forward if there is any kind of issue.
Hmm, okay. Let's go. Parul has a question. Still worried. Work permit is expiring in December. My point is 516. Will be reduced to 510 in August. Shall I start French or focus on my current CPA education rather than wasting time? When can I
Parul,
even see? Well, here's a follow up as well. When can I see a 516 drop? Do you see a lot of population between 516 and above, or
so by August, I am anticipating the score will come down to 515, 516 range. Once again, the condition applied is there should be a bi-weekly drop. So if your score even dropping by 5 points by September, don't panic because I am 99% sure that if definitely like right now there is a lot of draws yet to happen, a lot of invitations still due. So the 511, 510, 508 around score is positive to receive an invitation this year. But yes, the higher the score, the better. So if you're on 516, I really wish to see a text message from you or an email from you or even a comment from you once you receive an invitation. And definitely, Abin, remind me to put a special note for Parul once the score comes to 516. I'm looking forward for that. And definitely, Parul, you will be in my prayer. Do well, wait for it, don't panic. Yeah, if you want to do French, you can, but you need NCLC level 7. So it's again, it's not just like you can just go and appear. If you even get NCLC level 4, still that add 10 points. So I have noticed that in the recent one of the profile which I have created, NCLC level 4 also adds certain points if you do the application in a proper way. So yes, if you can able to do that NCLC level 4 or 5, definitely that add up the points. So try for that, Parul, if you can, if you do have time. But other than that, leave it. You just waiting to wait. You should be getting an invitation this year. All the best.
I know, I mean, speak about learning a new language. I'm trying to speak
Oh,
Hindi
definitely.
over here. Trying to speak Hindi over here. I'm struggling with that. Then learning French, man, I'm up to you guys. Good job, guys. Good job.
Abhin got a job just because saying that he knows Hindi. Later on, we came to know no, his mom teach Hindi, not him.
Reference.
Reference.
I I I thought I'll use mom for translation. You understand the thing. So.
I need to talk to her. Definitely.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Jensen has a question. Current score is at 512, and by October it'll be 525 after completing 2 years of Canadian experience. What are the chances of the upcoming draws? Work permit is only valid until Feb 2027.
Jensen, I'm looking forward for the comment from you saying that you got an invitation. You will get an invitation this year for sure. Don't panic. Once you get an invitation, get your all the documents ready for the PR. So post ITA. By now, you should be getting your invitation this year. Submit your application, then apply for bridging open work permit. You will get work permit extension. You will be a PR, man. All the best.
Hmm. Okay. Jitin has a good question, Vishnu. He said, can I apply for an OINP in demand for 44101, which when I've already created an express entry profile for 42201 for the same job?
What's your name?
Jitin.
Jitin Cheta. Bro, bueno.
Hmm.
This is called as misrepresentation. Sorry to say, Jitin, but don't do that because you already created a profile. Already CIC knows about it. If you create a profile for PNP, for example, you receive an invitation. Okay. Yes, for the PNP side, you can even get a nomination. But when you submit for the PR, now there's an issue. So once again, reach any immigration firm, get a proper advice based upon your profile that which has the highest possibility or probability of getting a PR. Go through that, but please avoid putting a multiple knock codes and definitely going from directly from knock 2 to knock 4 just based upon the different streams. Avoid that. Don't make your life struggle and stressful by the action what you take or by the decision you take. So please take an advice based upon your profile. You can make a decision. I don't personally recommend that. Thank you. So Jitan, sorry, but that's a reality.
Jaswin has a question and another follow-up. I took a PCC in March 2025 and traveled to India for 2 weeks in June 2025. Should I take another PCC when I get my ITA?
So you have the PCC is valid only for 6 months for you. So
Mhm.
if you did in March 2025, that is good for September 2025. So before September 2025, you submit your application. You don't need to do PCC. But if you receive an invitation after September 2025, you need to do a new PCC.
Hmm. Okay,
Just win. All
good
the
one.
best.
Let's go. Tales of Vishnu said, "Thank you, Vishnu, with the heart." Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Shivu, I think it's Shiv. It's I forgot the name. Forgot the name. As a question, for 3 years of foreign experience, reference letter, last 6 months of payslip, and a relieving letter is enough.
Depending upon the documentation, once again, even you can submit with one pay stub, two pay stub, three pay stub, six pay stub, but it all depends upon the documentation. If CIC officer is not convinced, he will ask for the pay stubs from the starting till end. But once again, it all depends upon documentation, who is doing the documentation, what sort of documentation you're doing. That decides that whether you receive a PFL or not. There's no right or wrong in the way of you do a document. It's just who do the documentation, how you do the documentation, and the explanation with the documentation makes that easy.
Hmm. And okay, well, a couple of last questions. We're going good. We're gonna good flow. Come on, Vishnu, let's go. Amy Shaju has a question. Hi, I'm on a PGWP. I couldn't find a tier 01 job, and my CRS score is very low. Can I opt for a program like PSW, ECA, which is less than 6 months, to be considered for a PR application?
Yes, you can do that. That's a really good thing to do because it's very important to get a job. Without a job, if you are working in tier 4 and 5, it literally wastes your whole postgrad open work permit. Do the PSW, early childhood, or any kind of skilled course so that you can able to secure a job. Without a job, it's difficult to live in Canada.
Because she also has a follow-up saying that because in work permit it says that, yeah, it's saying that you need authorization for any vocational training courses.
Yeah, so authorization, that means you need it like authorization from the CIC. But again, if it is an online part-time or a casual course which is less than 6 months, you can do it. It's nothing like the CIC will ban you or restrict you with that. We did a detailed video on this. It's on our it's a can talking with can Abin. Oh, no,
Uh,
no. It was a live. So two
about
weeks back,
wait, what was it?
it was a live.
It was a
Yeah.
BTR live, yeah.
Yeah, it was a BTR live. So if you go to our YouTube channel, there is a BTR, break the rumors. In that,
It
the
was last BTR and the last
no,
question.
last week, last to last week.
Yeah.
So please go and watch the BTR video, the break the rumors. There I am explaining about this. So yeah, you're safe. You should do the course if you are looking for a better job.
It's the
Or
last question, if I'm not wrong.
yeah. So Azhar, if possible, just put that link in the comment section so that the Can family can able to watch that.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. Um. Okay, we have another question from Siji who says, "Hi, I got an ITA on June 3rd under PNP, and I've submitted in my application. There are recent rule changes. Will that affect? Is that an express entry question? I'm
No,
not
it's a
sure
PNP,
which.
but see, you don't need to worry. Not every regulation change is gonna each and every Can family member. So you're good. Don't worry. You submitted the application, wait for the PNP, then PR, all the rest.
Her knock code is 31301 and have a
Okay.
CRS of only 456 with 1 year of experience and 7 years of foreign experience. Any
So she
other
applied for the
chances?
PNP.
So PNP is more than good enough.
Yeah, PNP, she already submitted. Don't worry about it. You don't need score, French, English, nothing. You got a PNP, submitted, your employer is good, you're working with them. That's the only thing you need. Don't panic on anything else.
Okay, Kirtana has a question. Her spouse is on a secondary app is a secondary applicant. He received salary in cash for one of his job and foreign experience. What all are the supporting documents that would be required?
Hi, Kirtana. One and most important thing for the dependent applicant, there is no points for the foreign work experience. So you don't even need to show any kind of document for that particular application. No documentation, no stress, chill. Just consider like if he have a Canadian experience, then only you need to show where he gets 5 points to 10 points. Nothing for the foreign work experience for the dependent. All the best.
Okay. Ankit Vyas has a question. I'm 33 years old and my spouse is in Canada, an open work permit with more than 3 years of foreign experience. My work permit is expiring in September 2025 and my CRS is at 508 with non-accompanying spouse. What do you suggest?
Depending upon your profile, 3 years of experience if you have, or he said he have or his spouse have
He has 3 years of
3 years of experience. Yeah, so Ankit, you definitely need to work on your IELTS. If you're already in CLB 9, you need to get CLB 10. That will make your score around 512 to 513, which would be a good score for this year. Definitely, the score will come to that range for this year. If not, I would say don't be in Canada if your work permit is expired. Being in India, waiting for the ITA and submitting your application would be my advice. If you don't have a job, I do not recommend anyone to being in Canada because it can be very expensive and it can break your financial stability. So again, boost your score. That would be my recommendation.
That's good. Jeswin, he also said, thank you guys. Your session is very informative.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, we have Justin who has said, thank you for answering my question. Yes, I will retake my IELTS and improve my Sierra score. I have one 6.5, rest I have 9, 7.5, 8.5, and the 6.5 is just dragging me down. I know
Bro,
that.
you can do it. You can do it. You reach till here, you can definitely able to get it. Don't lose hope. Do your 100% because you are the one who need to be successful in Canada and you deserve to be, man. So God bless.
Okay, Libin Joe has said, may your predictions on health and education come true, waiting for the 485 draw.
Amen.
All right, Vishnu, we have a couple of questions on Instagram as well, and we'll just wrap it up. And I'll let you go for the weekend. I know it's early in
It's
the
like I'm
morning.
traveling, man. I'm traveling to Madras on this weekend. So yeah, so getting a little bit busy on this weekend. Yes, please. Go on with the question.
All right, I'll ask. I do have a couple of questions. Just give me 1 second. Let me just pull it up. In the meantime, how is food? What's food and everything happening, Vishnu?
Man, today I went to Thrissur in Kerala. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very beautiful district. So I went there, and there was one of the restaurant I went. Just Loaf, JUSTLOAF,
Okay.
and it was a wonderful restaurant, man. There used to be burger, fries, and everything. It's beautiful, man, beautiful. I literally just wiped down entire menu there with my friends. So it was really good. It was really good. So again, Thrissur, if someone is from there, beautiful places, man. You guys have a very good restaurants, which is very delicious food from last 2 3 days. I'm enjoying. Now this weekend, I'm in Madras, waiting for the Madurai bun parota.
Let me know if you're coming to Kochi. I can suggest you a lot of food places over there. Okay,
I
let's
will
go.
be
Let's
there.
go. Let's go. You already been
End
in
of the July, I will be
end of July. Then I'll tell you a lot of places to go in Kochi.
there. My
Okay,
inbox is open for you.
done, done, done. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Rapid round, rapid fire. Okay. How is the French immigration programs works? Which tiers are included? Is it affected by any of the OINPs?
What's the name?
Ria.
Hi, Ria. So the French speaking express entry, it's basically express entry draw. You need to have a tier 0 1 2 3 job. You need to have a NCLC level 7. If you have a English proficiency also, that will add up to your CRS. Overall, if your CRS is more than like 400, it's a very good score. This year, the score drop around 360, I believe. So if you get NCLC level 7, even if the person is came after 12th, very good probability of getting a PR with very low score. And once again, what if you notice the regulation changes last year and this year, it's supporting more French speaking community. So yes, learning French is good, but the aim should not be B2 or those kind of fancy words. It should be NCLC level 7. If you get that, you will get a PR this year, even if you came after 12th. And this is something which I tell my clients who came after 12th, not getting a job in Canada or working in a food industry. I recommend them to learn the French NCLC level 7.
Hmm.
So, all the best.
Okay, we have another question. It's from Anna Rishma, who's asked, "We have zero Canadian experience. How can we achieve a PR in Canada?"
Again, depending upon your profile. So if you have a foreign work experience, if under the category based express entry draw, if it is skilled, if it is a human capital, there are multiple ways to get a PR without even a Canadian work
Canadian
experience.
experience.
But again, it depends upon your profile. So if I look into your profile, then again, definitely I can guide or reach any immigration firm which you trust. At least they can evaluate your profile and tell you what are the options you have as per your profile goes. All the best.
Okay, Amisha has a question. Is there any way we can stay in Canada if our work permit is expiring soon?
Amisha, I did a reel recently which will be posted in next couple of days, which will be saying that if you wanted to get a work permit extension, there's only two, three ways. One, if you receive a AOR, second, if you receive a PNP nomination, third, if you have positive LMI, or fourth, under the humanitarian grounds. Other than that, unfortunately, no way to extend the work permit legally. So you need to look into the PR. Look, focus on PR. You will never need a work permit then. Even if you go back, you can come as a PR to Canada this year itself if you plan that properly.
Hmm. Okay, we have Anki who has asked, "Can I add my spouse to my application after I receive my ITA?"
Yes,
File.
you can. Okay, you can able to do that. Once
Hmm.
again, include an explanation letter and take a legal advice from any immigration firm just to be safe. All the best. You can do that.
Okay, what does FSYP stand for?
Oh, federal worker stream.
Yeah, it's just Burma has just asked what is FSWP. That's what I'm asking. Not
FSW, yeah,
sure.
federal skilled worker stream. For federal, yeah, federal worker stream. So it's basically like if someone have a experience from back home, those individuals goes under the federal worker stream.
Okay. Message from
Federal skilled
Tanu.
worker.
Federal Skill Worker Stream. Probably. Okay. My permit is gonna expire in 2026. Should I wait for my IPO or go into a closed work permit? Her score is around 488, by the way. CRS.
488. It depends upon your knock code. If your knock code is falling under one of the category based express entry draw, then the 480 is good. Otherwise, boost your CRS point by doing IELTS, LPIPA, PT. Good score is around 500 this year. More than 500, good probability. Less than 500, luck. But if you have a knock code, all the best.
Hmm, that's good. I've got a 508 and my work permit is expiring on Jan 2026. Do you think the score will dip after we receive the ITA?
So 508 this year, possible, but once again, we have to wait for the drop. It's not that easy that the score will be coming that low. Yes, if the score started to happen for 5,000, definitely we are looking somewhere by September around 508, 510. But once again, the draw has to come by weekly basis. That is the play which I'm doing right now. That it should be coming at least the draw comes. At
Yeah.
least the invitation is less. That's fine. If the draw comes, I can see a lot of Can family member will be happy with that.
Hmm. Okay, that's good. We have Nitin Philip who has asked, do you see any acceptance of PR for people who work in manufacturing sector?
Depending upon the knock code. So once again, if you have a knock code, you have a good employer support, there are multiple ways to get the PR. But it again depends upon profile to profile. It's like I always say, like, don't compare apple with pineapple. So it's not about just a sector, it's also about the knock code, profile, employer support, and other factors too, which can help you to select which is the best option for you as per your profile.
Hmm. Okay. Arun Mithun has a question. 509 Sierra score. Knock code falls under category trade category. Sorry, under trade category. What are my
Beautiful.
chances to get my invitation?
What's the name?
Arun Mithun.
Hi Arun, ഈ വർഷം എന്തായാലും പി ആർ കയ്യിൽ കിട്ടും. That technically means this year you will be a PR. All the best.
Wow. All right.
509 is a beautiful score. And if the skill, if even one draw comes, definitely you will be in.
All right. I think that's it, Vishnu. I think that's it. Parul has a couple of questions. Can Indian
Yeah.
experience letter, payslips, ITR is in bank account required?
Depending upon the documentation, Parul, how good you do the documentation, that depends. Because even we had did an application without even having a pay stubs. The person is a PR. Like I said, today we received for one of the couple where the bank account was not there. It was paid like they show that okay they had a bank statement, like they had a bank deposits, but unfortunately they didn't had a bank statement at this point because the account got closed. We did an explanation. They received a PFL letter around 2 days back. We put an explanation letter, everything. And
Mhm.
within 2 days after the PFL request is submitted, they received a PR today. They are trying to call me. I hope they are watching this video. All the best, Naga Pratyusha. So yeah, it is possible. But
Okay.
it all depends upon the documentation. That's in short, I mean.
All right. Nikhil, I studied IT in Canada. Can I work as a pharmacy assistant as I got job offer and I want to work and invite my spouse?
Mm, please do that, Nikhil. If it is possible, go and work because the pharmacy assistant do not need any kind of certification. So if you can go, you can work, you can bring your spouse. That is helpful for your PR, category based, those kind of thing. It's always open for you. So all the best. You studied, leave it. Canada is the only country where I would say it doesn't make sense that okay you have to study and you have to work in the same stream. You can here work anywhere you like based upon your skill set. You will be successful. All the best.
Hmm. Okay, that's good. Couple of last questions, Vishnu, and we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. I've been saying wrapping it up. I'm so sorry. I don't want to leave out anyone. We'll finish it off. Okay.
I understand.
We'll
That's a good heart, man. That's why you are in my team.
okay. Let's go. Okay, so we have CG who has asked, my employer is supportive, but in April 2025, they merged with another hospital and changed their name. So in the application, they mentioned the business is less than 3 years old. I've included letters that the employees have sent with the name change. Will that affect my application?
So it doesn't matter the name change. You need to look into that. The incorporation. Is it a new incorporation? It's an old incorporation. Even if it is a new incorporation, there is a word which again I don't like to pronounce, but amalgamation. Yes, I got it.
Amalgamation.
Okay. Amalgamation. Okay, so that is the word which you can use. That okay, if the business is already doing the same sort of business and it is taken over by a new incorporation, still they are qualified for the PNP. Once again, reach a legal immigration firm, take advice who can able to guide it. That still that same employer can able to support you for the PR. All the best.
Hmm. Okay. And we have Parul
And once
who
again,
has.
if you receive your answer, please put a thumbs up so that we know we answered your question. And if you like the video, do like and subscribe our channel. I mean, I just did your work for you.
Thank you, thank you. Parul has another question. Unique question on behalf of Sheila. She intend to remove her non-accompanying spouse and has raised her web form in April for divorce. After divorce, has received PAL and eligibility passed in Jan. No updates until since April. Hmm.
Hi, Parul. Please tell Sheila to reach the CIC directly and talk to the representative who can able to literally put a note, and that would be having a faster response if the web form is not yet updated.
Okay.
And thank you, Parul. Thank
Rajesh.
you. Sorry,
Yeah,
Abhin.
you
Thank you,
can go ahead.
Parul. Thank you for helping the community. I really appreciate your the kind heart which you do for the your group, like the for your other, without even knowing you're helping others, man. I really appreciate. Respect for you.
Okay, Rajesh has a question. Will French stores be there in the next 3 years? I will graduate next year and get work experience in 1 year. I just completed my A1. Should I continue learning French?
Oh, definitely. What's the name?
Rajesh Madika.
Hi, Rajesh. Yes, you should learn the French if you have completed your A1. Try to get NCLC level 7. Definitely, Canada is a French speaking country. Definitely, they are trying to support French more. So it's a very good idea that if you really wanted to get a PR, learning the French is a really positive and mindful thing which you can do it now. So all the best.
And that's it, Vishnu. I do have a couple of questions, guys. If you have any more questions, we because of time restrictions, we're gonna wrap it up. But yeah. So anyone who's wanting to reach out, I think Radha Krishna Reddy wanted to reach out to the office. Radha Krishna, I think the team has already put a pinned comment for you. So in that number, they even do have WhatsApp. So because we face a huge number of calls at one time, and we do even the team takes the consultation forms and everything. So that's the reason why maybe they were not able to you were not able to get connected, but you do have WhatsApp on that number. You can even message them on WhatsApp. You can all just message requesting that call back, and they will schedule a call back for you as well. That's it for now, and that's pretty much almost 2 hours of live, Vishnu.
No, and I really feel good. You know that by sharing the knowledge, someone's stress is relieved. I feel that is blessed.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing which again I can do something without even knowing, like at least the CAN family member who supports needs something back. So yeah, that's something which we do. And thank you for organizing the live and the technical team, Azad bhai.
And the
Inshallah, man,
team, good
like
job.
you do a really good job, man, to conduct all the live session on time and everything. And appreciate your help. Thank you. And if there's anything, just reach our office. Our office team is there. If you don't receive a call, like you cannot able to connect with my team because technically my team goes crazy on some days, you will definitely get a call back. There would not be any calls which is unanswered. All kudos goes to my Ibn, who take care of my team, do really good. So once again, thank you for watching the live till now. 2 hours of your time. I respect for your time, what you spend on this. Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone for joining in. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you
And
next
happy
week.
weekend to everyone. Take care.
Bye bye.